the winner of the first ever Young Scientist competition in Ireland 50 years ago. What was your project back then, and what school where were you in?
My project back then was actually in the area of digestion. I built an apparatus that actually demonstrated how food is digested in your stomach and intestine, and I analyzed some of the enzymes involved in the process. So it was a big looking machine, I suppose, how I describe it.
Was it like entering something like that for the first time? How did you hear about it? What was the buzz about it?
I think I honestly don't remember the details, but I think I saw it in a newspaper. There was a write-up article about it, but it was obviously being the first. There was not really very little known about it, and I actually just said, well, what the heck, I'll give it a try. I spent that summer working on the project, but I really had no idea what to expect.
And after that, you went on to a career that has taken you across the world. I mean, tell us what you did in the intervening time.
Well, it's a fairly long intervening time, unfortunately, some 50 years. But yeah, I went to University College Dublin, where I got my bachelor's, and then I went to Canada and got a PhD in biochemistry. I went down to Baylor College of Medicine in Texas, where I studied recombinant DNA, which just starting off back then. Spent some time with a pharmaceutical company in New Jersey called Hoffman & Roche. But after that, I moved to California, where the biotechnology industry was just starting off. And this was back in the days when biotech companies were being formed. I eventually ended up forming my own biotech company in the area of gene therapy. I ran that for 10 years, raised $250 million to run it. And since then, I've been involved in a number of both Irish and US biotech companies on the boards of the companies, helping them get going as well.
And back then, you could never have imagined that 50 years later you'd be brought back to talk about this and all that. I mean, what do you think of the current attitude towards science in Ireland today, and walking around today, looking at the kids and what they're talking about today? I mean, what do you think of all that?
Overwhelming. I mean, it just seeing the sheer scope and scale of the effort, I'm just almost speechless. Actually, I think the credit goes to companies like BT and some of the other supporters for really sticking with a program like this. This does not happen overnight. It takes a tremendous amount of effort and dedication on the part of many people. So I'm very, very impressed.
And in terms of what you'd like to see happen, like in terms of education around science in Ireland, helping kids to foster their dreams, but also, as you see, Ireland is hosting a massive pharmaceutical and biotech sector now. How do you think we should be looking at fostering this and fostering education, fostering the enthusiasm you see in the room today?
Well, there's no question about it. In the modern world, to be successful, countries have to have education, have a first-class education. Education system in Ireland is actually fairly good on a worldwide basis, and that being said, there's certainly tremendous room for improvement. I think the creativity that the President said exists in the Irish community is real. We actually have that advantage, but the funding and support for education absolutely has to be continued, and I think things like the Young Scientist exhibition really encourage students to consider science as a career for themselves.
John, thank you very much, and I suppose we wish us the best another 50 years.
That'll be 50, but I'll see how close I can get. Thank you.